USA 9 News at 11 starts with breaking news. The government is set to shut down in the next 59 minutes. So at this hour, Congress has not yet reached a spending deal to keep the government running. They have until 11:59 tonight. So this will be the first shutdown in 7 years, and we know this will have a huge impact on many of you and your loved ones. So tonight, we are helping you navigate the road ahead. Thank you for staying up with us at 11 o'clock. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Leslie Foster. Earlier this evening, the Senate voted, but they failed to pass that short-term spending bill. Republicans are backing a plan to keep the federal funding going at its current level through mid-November, but Democrats say not so fast. They want the bill to extend key benefits under the Affordable Care Act that are set to expire this year and roll back recent cuts to Medicaid.
Yeah, so tonight our team is covering every angle, answering your questions about how we got here and also what's next.
That includes pressing local leaders about their approach to help all of our neighbors in need. We start in Maryland with our Matt Gregory.
With more than 100,000 federal workers in the Maryland counties in our region, congressmen, county executives, local councils all warned the same thing. This could be devastating, not just during a shutdown, but after. This week, the talk on Capitol Hill, bearing down for a shutdown.
I mean, at the end of the day, the goal for us is to make sure that we protect those health care benefits that the American people have and deserve currently.
Glenn Ivey, the Prince George's County congressman, says while they hoped to reach a deal, his office is already reaching out to residents.
Electronic town hall meeting coming up that'll lay it out for people when we find out what the details are on Wednesday.
Thousands of federal workers call Maryland home or their place of work. According to labor statistics, around 12,000 federal workers live in Frederick County. Roughly 70,000 federal workers call Prince George's County home, and 48,000 live in Montgomery County.
We survived the first one because the jobs came back.
Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich weathered the government shutdown during President Trump's first term, and he's worried about this one.
This time it's going to be abnormal and it's going to be damaging and dangerous no matter what path is taken over the next week, month, or God knows how long.
Elrich contends tonight thousands of federal workers who took buyouts earlier this year come off the books. So even if there was a budget deal, they'd still be out of work.
This will immediately have potential impact on the county budget for the coming year because every month a person's not working is a month that we're not paying income taxes, and so we expect a hit.
In Montgomery County, Elrich says the county has a small nest egg to deal with some of the issues for now.
We fortunately ended the last year with a surplus. We came out of it pretty healthy. We have not been spending into the surplus because one of the things I wanted was to see how all this plays out.
For WSA 9, I'm Matt Gregory.
That's a perspective from Maryland. More than 175,000 federal workers live in Northern Virginia, and tonight concerns are growing there.
Our Katie Lusso continues our team coverage from Alexandria.
And about 13,000 of those federal workers live here in Alexandria. So while job loss will have a significant impact, there's also concerns about the ripple effect. Along King Street in the heart of Old Town Alexandria is Taverna Criticu. They've been serving up authentic Greek cuisine since 1973.
Everything here is homemade from scratch, from the appetizers to the desserts. So it really is grandma's cooking here.
Stavros Papalouizou is the manager. His family owns it. Through the decades, they've seen a lot from COVID to federal cuts.
We didn't know how it was going to affect us because of how close we are to DC. It's right over the bridge. So it was definitely a concern.
Those concerns now amplified.
People not getting checks and anything, it'll definitely affect our business around here. So it definitely has a huge impact, especially around this area for sure.
I mean, it's potentially devastating for not just the nation, but especially here in the DMV for our local economies.
Kanik Aguirre is on the Alexandria City Council. He says between the cuts to the federal workforce and now this, many of his neighbors are hurting.
Those folks can't pay rent, can't pay real estate taxes, can't go shopping. That's hurting the commercial base here across the DMV. It's just a very, very scary proposal right now.
But it doesn't stop there.
The ripple effects are so large. You're talking about childcare, you're talking about restaurants, you're talking about just going to shop at Marshall's to buy a shirt, right? Someone's not doing that anymore. They're staying home.
Papalouizou says they've seen a lot of neighboring businesses shut down. The way they've survived by changing with the times.
Oh, so try and do whatever you can as far as expanding business. We've been doing a lot of to-go orders, even delivery locally. We're not really a delivery restaurant, but we do it locally just to boost boost up business and help us out here.
What won't change? The way this community pulls together in times of need.
We want to reassure all of our federal workers that we're with them.
Now, the city of Alexandria already has a list of resources available for federal workers impacted as a whole. I've put that information on our website, WUSA9.com. In Old Town Alexandria, I'm Katie Lusso, WUSA 9.